All right. Hello. Good afternoon, Rattler Nation. It's game day. We are the O&G Strike Zone. Brian Fulford, Kelvin Rozier, and special guest A.D. Drew, who's in Tallahassee working today. But he had some time to join us as we are pre-gaming live from inside the beautiful, beautiful RV of Mr. Rick Kinsey. Shout out for getting us out of the heat, Kelvin, boy, because it is hot out there. It's hot outside.
It's better than last year, but it feels much better inside President Obama's personal RV. I mean, Rick got this thing laid out. It's pretty cool. It's nice. Shout out to Rick Kinsey, Super Rattler.
Amen. Amen. Drew, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing fine. Been on the road for the last 3 days, literally, but just glad to be back in T-Town, back in Tallahassee, and sooner or later, I'm going to actually see my own bed.
Yeah, look, being back in Tallahassee, always a trip. First time for the year. I got to tell you, I do well not to get lost because there's so much. I was driving by the the Civic Center, what used to be just the Civic Center, and they were building stuff. And I'm like, what the heck are they building? And then you get on campus and you got new roads, new access points,
closed
fences. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Closed access points.
But man, it's good to be here. Game day, Ken Riley Day here in Tallahassee. As we open the 2023 home stand, we started off with the dedication of Ken Riley Field. The new scoreboard looks glorious. It looks beautiful. And so I think when you come into the music, the sound system is fire. The sound system, who were the DJs back in the day that used to have those cabinets, those cases, and just the bass that I'm telling you what, when DJ Loose Kid gets loose, I'm telling you what, that Bragg is going to shake. I'm going to say that, Kelvin. It is going to shake.
Well, we needed to shake, First home game of the season. Really good opponent. And this is a game, if you ain't careful, you might overlook and be in a dog fight. And we don't want a dog fight today, So we need Brad rocking.
Hold on, wait a second. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Hey, Kelvin, some people's mama told them take their hats and shades off when they inside, man. I don't know if that's a Rattler thing or what, man.
It's definitely not an HBCU thing. So
now you're talking about my mama.
Yeah, now you're talking about my mama.
I said some people. I didn't say it. I said some people say not to take your hats and your shades on inside. But do RVs count? Because technically we in an outside vehicle.
I don't know what they count. You're asking the wrong guy on that one.
Okay, but this is what I got to figure out. How did the mama get involved? Because I missed that. I'm listening to the whole thing.
He said, my mama told me to take my hat and shades off inside. When you say that, you insinuate that the other person's mother did not raise them with the same values that you did, and that your values that your mother taught you were better than the values that his mother taught him.
Colorado by 40.
Yeah.
Y'all remember last time somebody disrespected Dion, right?
Hey, look, the point spread is like 26 in that game, and
take the over.
Take the over in the points, which I think is like 61, and go ahead and give that 4 touchdowns.
I might take the under because I don't think no. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think the defense go shut them down, and Colorado State may not score too much. That's possible. That's why I say I would take the under.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible. But I'm betting on Colorado's offense scoring at least 40. So yeah, that's a 10 p.m. game. So that's gonna be fun to watch. Like that's gonna be like the last game of the night, Everybody's going to be tuned in watching. That the numbers on that might be sick for them. But here at Bragg, we've got a 6 p.m. kickoff, and going up against West Florida. Hopefully you guys got a chance to check out Wednesday night show as we had a chance to talk to Will Kennedy of West Florida. We didn't get a chance to kind of recap, Kelvin, that conversation. Drew, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it. What are some of your thoughts on some of the things that Will brought to our attention from that conversation?
The number of transfers that they have that came from the FBS and FCS level, I think he mentioned it was about 50 of them. You know, this was a new team because a lot of the team from last year had graduated or transferred. They've got players on D1 programs starting this year. So that speaks to the talent and a quarterback. I thought that the Pee Wee 6'3" looks like a great Division I caliber on quarterback. So I'm just interested to see, we played up a level, we played at our level, a really good team, and now we playing down a level, a good team. And I'm just interested, first home game of the season, how we come out. I think the start of this game is very important for both teams.
Drew, your thoughts and comments there.
What I found interesting about it was how this program is only 7 years old, and he emphasized that this program is only 7 years old. And was it 4 Final Fours at the Division II level within the 7 years that they've been there? They're only on their second head coach in those 7 years. So we talk about this program, but yeah, and he mentioned something about possibly, down the line, a move up to the FCS level.
Yeah.
Which this would be a good natural rival within the footprint of it. They probably wind up in something like the Sun Belt or something like that. But this would be a good non-conference rival should they make that move to the FCS level. And also, last thing, the segment that you guys did when y'all were going back and forth with the all nickname team between these two games,
yeah.
I thought that was priceless.
Yeah. I was trying to look here for their quarterback's name. I know his first name is Pee Wee. And then, of course, we got General Hunt. And then I forgot the name of the other.
It was a wide receiver. I can't remember what his name was.
Majestic something. Yeah. Majestic something. So, I mean, it's like the names are going to be outstanding here. Of course, the game is going to be broadcast on HBCU Go. The great Hall of Famer Charlie Neal on the call. Not sure who's doing color with him or even on the field, but I know Charlie Neal will be making the call. And then, of course, you can always listen to the Rattler Sports Network call with Melvin Beal and Al Chester. That you can pick up on the
Rattler Plus.
On Rattler Plus. Thank you. I was sitting here. I'm looking at the app right now. So I'm looking at Rattlers Plus, which, again, by the way, if you are a Rattler and don't have this app, boy, are you missing out, because there's no more excuses to not be up to date with what's going on. Like, I'm driving up to Tallahassee and I'm catching the volleyball updates. I told y'all we were going to sweep South Carolina State. South Carolina State hadn't won a game all season. A set. They have not won a set all season. So we beat them 3-0. Volleyball wins 2 out of their 3 matches. Should have won all 3. Yes. The Citadel, that very first one. Again, that's the second time we played them. It goes 5 sets. Had a lead in the 5th set. We lose by 2, 15-13. Hey, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but it sets up for a real nice SWAC schedule and a SWAC season coming up. I guess it's starting next week, because now we're done with the non-conference. The Rattlers are, if my math is right, 4-8, which is that's pretty good. I mean, it is what it is. 4-8, and 3 of the 8 losses
5 setters.
5 setters. Yeah.
Not just not closing out. And that's to be expected with a new team. This is a new team. So, they learn how to finish those games.
Yeah. Let me give a few shout outs as I see some people jumping in here. Got to say what's up to Kenneth Rozier. Thanks for jumping in. Watch JD TV jumping in. Appreciate it. Let's see. EA got in there. Let's see. Our close loss to USF looking good now. Oh, wow. USF is up 3-0 over Alabama. Wow. Alabama, talk about a hangover from Texas. That's amazing. Tamara T, good afternoon, babe. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in with us. My man, Chuck Hunt, checking in, telling us to stay hydrated. But Chuck is, let's see. Oh, Chuck is in Grambling, Louisiana. Woo!
What type of hydration is Chuck talking about on the Saturday?
Hey, look at that. Look at that score. Oh, yeah, we'll ask Chuck, what kind of hydration you doing out there, Chuck? Look at that score. 16-9 in the second quarter.
Did I not tell y'all that Florida Memorial can score?
They going to score some points. Grambling better watch
points.
out.
They're going to have 400 yards of offense by the time this thing is done.
Hey, Grambling better come through. Tamara says, what's up to you, Drew?
Don't trust the West.
I see you.
The best in the West.
What
the
up,
West
Ashton?
is not the best.
Glad you checked in with us. All right, the Kari Calhoun
What's
checking
up,
in.
Kari? What's happening?
Let's see. Oh, checking in from California. Gotta love it. Joanne Garcia. All right, Joanne, thanks for checking in from Cali. All right, good to have you in here joining us. Thank you. Okay, so
before we get going,
yeah, what you got?
Scores out.
Some scores. Got some updates. Yeah,
got some updates.
I love it.
Out the BIAC. Temple over Norfolk, 38-7. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Excuse me.
You know the game I want to know about.
The H
and the U.
If the H is there,
right,
for the team at DC. Howard up over Hampton.
What?
14-7 in the second. I don't know if you saw the report. There are a number of players.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Hampton's going through some compliance issues
for this game. But where have we heard that story before? Anyway,
yes.
Delaware State trails Richmond 10-3 in the second quarter. Later on today in the BIAC, UCLA and North Carolina Central. That's at 5:00 Eastern time. And Morgan State and Towson, that is at 6:00 Eastern time. Looks like South Carolina State is on a bye this evening. Going around the SWAC. Hey, we already said 16-9 in the second quarter. Appreciate that, Chunk Hunt. UAPB Miles, 5:00 today.
Okay, I thought the score. I thought you had a score update because I know we'll be scoreboard watching that one. Kelvin and I.
Of course, FAMU West Florida, 6:00. SMU Preview travels to SMU at 7:00. Texas Southern travels to Rice. I wonder if
is Andrew Body back yet?
Yes, I wonder if Body is going to play. I don't play him in this game.
No, I wouldn't either. No.
I do not play him if it's up to me.
No.
The game that everybody is watching though, Brian, Alabama A&M and Southern. 7:00 ESPN Plus. That's the game that everybody, I guarantee everybody in the press box is gonna have that on their mobile.
Dogs and cats.
Hey, put some bass in your voice when you do that.
Dogs.
Here's another one to keep an eye on. Mississippi Valley State and Delta State.
There's 4 under D1 games in the SWAC. I think we spotlighted, of course, there's ours, Grambling and Florida Memorial, UAPB Miles, and then that Delta State Valley. And I won't be surprised if a couple SWAC teams take an L. I'm just praying it ain't us. So I will not be surprised if a couple of SWAC teams take an L today.
McNeese travels to Alcorn State, 7:00. And at 8:30 on ESPN Plus, Jackson State travels to Texas State. That's a game that we may see the upset Jackson State pull off on Texas State. Nah. You say no?
No, absolutely. I don't see that. But I do. I do hope they play well though.
All right. All right, let me check out something here. I'm trying to the producer's telling me something here. I don't know. We're on YouTube here, but it should be multiple channels here on YouTube. Not now, I don't know why my boss is telling me to kill the BCSN feed. We're not on the BCSN feed. We're on the ONG on Facebook and we're on Twitter. But there's multiple channels on YouTube. So I know there's a game there. So all right, I'm not really sure. The boss is texting me. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. All right, but anyway, okay, so let's do this. Let me take a short break, come back, and because we got to talk about tailgate situation. Tailgate, what do we call this? Tailgate drama 101. Tailgate. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're gonna call it, but we'll talk about that here on the other side. Let's take a short break.
I see y'all down line. I'm just get to the stadium, fellas.
Okay. All right. Well, Drew's out of here, so it'll be just me and Kelvin coming back on the other side, figure out what's going on with our YouTube feed, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Hang tight. We'll be right back right here on the ONG Strike Zone.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
I'm returning to Clinton Paris, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people. So when I represent someone injured in my community, it's personal. Call my office and speak to a real lawyer and not some referral service. I will fight the insurance companies to get the settlement that you deserve. At the law office of Clinton Paris, we take the pain out of being hurt.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties. Through its programs, Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
All right. Yeah, mute your laptop there. All right, let's see. We were just getting the audio figured out here. All right. All right. So Miss Joanne Garcia, that's Moose's grandma who she's in California, who I think we did meet. We did meet at the Orange Blossom Classic. All right, so we got Kelvin here. Now you should be connected here, Kelvin. Let's make sure you don't have turn your mic off on your laptop or mute your mic on your laptop. Right there.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Yeah, let me see. Go ahead, do a mic check there.
Mic check.
Okay, you guys give a thumbs up if you can hear Kelvin there. Give a nice thumbs up if you can hear Kelvin. Let me see the chats. Go ahead, Kelvin. Let me hear you talk some more. That way, people can make sure we hear you.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. Mic check. Test 1 2.
All right. Not sure. We're waiting on a couple of responses here. Make sure we can hear you. EA checked in as well.
I'm not hearing anything.
You're not hearing me? All right, let's do this. Let's switch headphones. Let's get you on this. Getting the audio situation figured out. Yeah, Tony gave a thumbs up. He said he heard you. But we're going to switch it just in case. Kelvin's volume's low. Yep, we're fixing it here, hopefully. All right, let's see. Let's try it again. Kelvin.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
All right, give us a thumbs up if you can hear Kelvin there. Good to see you, Tony. Thanks for checking in. Let's see.
Testing 1 2, testing
Cameron,
1 2.
watch JDTV. The chats are a little slow rolling in. All right, thumbs up. All right, there we go. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys checking in. Had a little audio issues. Our Black College Sports Network is broadcasting Tuskegee University football, and I think what happened, I had something messed up, and I think we somehow jumped into the Tuskegee broadcast. So I know they were kind of bugging out. They were like, "Who are these dudes jumping in the broadcast?" So, all right, Kel, we got to talk about tailgate situation because let's just say there's a lot of people not happy that former tailgate places on the hill that looks down onto Bragg Memorial Stadium by the parking lot is no longer available. Of course, if you saw the university game information policies, they weren't very specific. They were and they weren't. So if I can find quickly where the information was, let's see if I can scroll here and quickly find it.
Communication is the key. That's the biggest issue. We've got 4 games this year. Prices went up. We got 2 non-traditional games we were playing against non-HBCUs, Division II or lower. So you add all those factors in. Game 1, you want at the least amount of issues as possible. And, there's a lot going on in terms of game operations on game day already. So I don't know if it was the best idea to, spring this on people. And so I'm frankly interested to see, what our attendance is going to look like today. I'm not sure. We talked about it a little bit on the previous show. It'll be interesting to see, what comes of this.
I'm still scrolling, trying to find it. I know I got it in here. It's a matter of, because I know
initially, the tailgate policy was just like it was last year. What was posted up until I think Thursday was pretty much last year's policy in the first place. So just being courteous, being careful about where you place, not dumping grease on, and all that kind of stuff, the traditional things. But this is the South, man. We just came from South Florida, Ray J, tailgating. We just came from, prior to that, Dolphin Stadium, tailgating. Is a big part of what we do. I mean, SWAC is probably one of the biggest tailgating conferences at the FCS level. So, it's part of the fan experience. And we have to be careful in messing with that. It matters. You want people to support you, want them to show up. You got to be responsive and give them the kind of services and opportunities that they're expecting that frankly they can get elsewhere. So, I just want to, it ain't hurt nobody. It's tradition. our game day atmosphere is what separates us from a lot of places. And then we got to be careful about messing with that kind of stuff. You know, in the South, we're gonna fry catfish. We're gonna barbecue. We're gonna fry catfish and mullet. We're gonna barbecue our ribs and chicken. Do our hot dogs and hamburger on game day. That's just how we roll. So,
all right, I found it. So, in the game day information that came out, I think this came out about maybe Thursday or Friday, right? One paragraph regarding tailgating. It says fan tailgating is allowed in the lots surrounding the stadium. Fans are encouraged to be courteous to fellow fans and to discard of trash appropriately. Now, again, allowed in the lots surrounding the stadium. Doesn't make any mention of the hill or the grass where people have traditionally tailgated. And if you come to homecoming, of course, you know that whole hill is loaded with people and tents and tailgating. Now, when you come to Bragg, there's fences. There are fences that prevent you, A, from getting to that area, but B, getting from that area and walking down the hill to the parking lot. So that's what look, you know, if we're being specific, does it say you can't tailgate on the grass? No. But it does tell you where to tailgate. So, you know, we want clarity. People want clarity. If you don't want people parked, now look, you can do what I thought they would do, which is put up a fence and everything. And that's the best way to say without saying you can't be here, right?
Well, and there's a few other things that I'll point out with that particular area. The rest of the area that I think that people were really up in arms about is the grass area in the actual parking lot where people who are boosters are not being able to use that area that they traditionally use. Around MS Thomas, there's a holding pond because of the road that they brought in that goes into, so it's not as much space. And I can see them saying for safety reasons, you know, and I believe that MS Thomas might be under some construction too. So I can buy into that for a little bit, and that's temporary fence right now. My understanding that there will be permanent fencing. We probably should try to keep people from going down that hillside anyway.
Yeah, I've seen some people go down that hill, and I'm always amazed how they don't bust their ass going down that hill.
Yeah,
because some folks don't look very what's the nice word of saying it? Don't look very athletic to be going down those hills, let alone going up them. And so, so if we're trying to limit liability, yeah, you definitely want to you want to limit people's access up and down the hill. It's a whiteout today at the game. Noticing a lot of folks wearing white. That's sort of the color du jour. You know, obviously this is the Ken Riley. I think at 5 point. And I think what also it was, I think I heard this on the 220 Club from Wednesday. With so much activity going on today, tomorrow or next week is when the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is usually the first weekend. And so the Hall of Fame weekend is next weekend against Alabama State. So just to kind of point that out to everybody for the schedule. All right. Let's see. What other you guys who are in chats, feel free to pop in some score predictions. Interesting ball game. West Florida comes in ranked 6th, I think, on D2football.com. So 6th in Division II. Yeah, I appreciate that, JD. Yeah, we're on a hot spot. So hopefully if our image is freezing, but you got our audio. That we appreciate you hanging in there with us. We're not going to be here for much longer because we want to get inside the stadium and catch the Ken Riley pregame. So that's why I was saying, you guys in the chats, go ahead and quickly get your scores dropped in. We're going to look to try to do a post-game show, obviously, as we talk about this game. And hopefully we're not talking about a lot of things other than how well we performed. I heard Kelvin already talk about trying to get off to a good start. I think that's going to be important.
Clean
start.
I think, Brian, this particular game more than most, because we want them out of the game early. We don't want this particular opponent to be in the game and close and have the feeling that they can compete. We want to take their will as soon as possible. So, we need to run the ball. We don't need to turn the ball over, and we need that accuracy in terms of the offense. Better than what it has been. We got to get above that 55% when we do pass the ball. It needs to be about 60%. So hopefully we'll see all those things. Hopefully we'll get some separation early. I really want an opportunity to see what the other quarterbacks can do. So we need a game where we have some separation so we can see that also.
You amaze me with continually wanting to see the other quarterbacks. Why
is that amazing?
Look, I'm one of those people. I don't feel quarterback is like running backs and receivers. I want my quarterback in there working with everybody who he might play with for as long as he might play with them. Now, if the game gets out of hand in the first 3 quarters,
that's not
this
very realistic.
Well, hold on.
We've been fortunate, but that's not very realistic.
Hey, Lawrence, 65. I can't remember the last time FAMU put 60 points on the board.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Yeah,
was it this decade? Last decade? It was
we
a century ago.
Yeah, we struggled.
I would love for us to be able to.
Once we get to 28, that's usually
all right.
That's when
when
stuff start happening.
You guys are putting 40. I would love for us to get to 40. I can't remember the last time we got to 40. Yeah. It feels like forever. So, man, if we can get to 40 points, that would be a blessing. I'll tell you what. You guys keep dropping these 40s. I would love for us to do it. We haven't seen it in a long time. But I guess going back to the quarterback thing, I want to continue seeing the quarterback play at the high level or get to a high level of comfortability with all of the guys that he has his hands has available to him. I understand that, yes, worst case scenario, if an injury were to happen to QB1, the other guys, you want to see confidence, but
and there's plays, there's opportunities like goal line, short yardage, because they're more mobile. Some wildcats. There's some things we can do, but at some point, there's gonna come a time where you might need that. So, but what I said was that I want separation early.
Okay,
meaning that we blowing it up, we're blowing the team out, so we can give those guys opportunity. I didn't necessarily say interject them into the
5
process.
touchdowns. There's 5 touchdown separation.
Absolutely,
5 touchdowns. So once we have a 5 touchdown lead, that's the mark. I think that's a safe point. I would love to see FAMU score over 40. Again, I don't know. Again, thinking in my memory, we averaged 20 these last few years. We've averaged just 25 to 27. I think last year was a little lower, but we have an average over 30 in the Willie Simmons era. And so I would love for us to get over 40. I think 40 would be tremendous. It would show tremendous efficiency for us to score over 40. I think that should be a goal. Yeah, definitely.
Again, I emphasize we spend so much time talking about offense, but the difference for our team, in my opinion, this season and everybody else is our defense. Our defense is at a level that we haven't seen in a while, right? It's very, very complete at every level. There's a superstar at every level. The front four, the linebacker core and back end with the DBs. There's all conference folks all over that defense. So that's what I'm counting on. That's why I noticed the scores, most predictions 10-7. When we played Jackson State, I said the same thing. I just couldn't see them scoring more than 2 touchdowns, and that goes this week too. I agree. The separation will come because I just don't see, as long as we don't turn the ball over. And last week we actually proved, even when we turned the ball over, the defense can keep them out of the end zone because they only scored 3 points off of the first 4 turnovers. But I believe that our defense, a team driving downfield, is unlikely more than once, tops twice a game.
All right. Any other major talking points that we want to hit on? Anything that maybe we haven't gotten to, whether it be from Wednesday's show or just over the last couple of days? Otherwise, I think we're going to get ready to head into the stadium from here. Any thoughts, Kelvin? Anything you want to add?
No, not really. I'm excited to see how everything. I love the new video board, and then on the backside, we're going to take some pictures and stuff that where they put a cover.
The cover is nice on the backside.
Aesthetically, everything looks good. The parking lot itself looks good, and as Brian was saying, the sound system. Once everybody get in there, I'm really looking at how this game atmosphere is going to be enhanced with all the improvements we made, man. I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah, should be a great atmosphere. Hopefully the crowd, it is hot, so hopefully people are hydrated. Crowd will be interesting again. Do we have a new hype video for with the bass? Put it like this. If you watch, for example, like a school like Virginia Tech, when Virginia Tech does that whole Enter the Sandman thing, and that sound system is going and you see the students rocking, I don't know if we traditionally have had the 100 play. So I'll be curious to see if we transition to some sort of music, because now we got a sound system that'll really get guys hyped when they come out. But it'll be interesting to see. I think if you're in the stadium, that'll be something to watch for. I don't know if HBCU Go will show it. So maybe we'll get a chance to record it and then show it to you guys after. But that'll be interesting. Appreciate that, John. It'll be interesting to see what that will there be player intros on the video board? Yeah, hey, that we can do that now. I would love for us to do what they do in the NFL, where they do the player intros.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be super dope. I don't know if they do that in college, though.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
I know across the tracks they do.
Okay. I think that would be awesome. I think we've got there's so many opportunities of things that we can do. I don't know who's in charge of that. Is that game day ops, or that's
usually you got an in-house production team that probably is under the Josh probably has a team of interns and grad assistants who help do that internal production.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what we do with the player intros. The new video monitors and things like that will also be questionable. EA asked about the O-line health. We're gonna have to wait and see, because we did have a thought that was it Caesar? Would possibly move back. He's the backup center on the depth chart as of last week, but again, the 2 left guards, Cardell and Williams. Williams is gone for the season. Mike Williams. Correct me if I got that name wrong here.
Michael Moore. I can't remember.
Yeah, hold on. I got the depth chart right here. Let me look. But got the depth chart in here.
But it'll be interesting because they can move TJ and Lee around, and they can put
Michael Marshall,
and they can put Demas.
Marshall from Miami, Florida, Northwestern. He's gone for the season. Cardell, I I wouldn't play him personally if he is dealing with an ankle sprain. I wouldn't play him personally.
I wouldn't play Cardell this week either.
And so then Cesar Reyes, who did start the season at North Carolina and got hurt. He was listed as the backup center on the depth chart. He could possibly move over to left guard. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that, but that's not our. We'll kind of wait. That'll be a game time decision. Obviously, we'll wait to see what happens. All right. Any last questions you guys got? We'll try, but other than that, we're gonna get ready to break it down and get ready to head inside. We're coming up just at 5 o'clock, so an hour away from kickoff. Let us know. Tag us in any game day tweets at ONG StrikeZone. Let me put up our good banner there, so that way you guys got the feed. You hit us up at ONG StrikeZone. Let us know any questions during, tag us on any comments. Let us know thoughts on the broadcast, or if you're listening to the Rattler Sports Network. We want to hear it all. So anything that we can't hear while we're in the stadium, and then we'll talk about it all on the post-game show. So that's going to do it. Any donations you guys want to drop, anything in the super chats, it's always appreciated. You can also hit the Cash App there, $ myJBN, myBCSN. But your super chats are always welcome. You can drop those in even in the post-game show. So hopefully you'll be able to join us tonight, post-game show. Maybe we'll do it again from Rick Kinsey's RV. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But boy, I tell you, we appreciate it, man. This is nice.
Yes.
This is nice, man. Kinsey. I tell you, man. This is how you want to roll. We're talking about when we grow up. This is what we're trying to be. We trying to be able to road trip to games like this. So
absolutely,
this is awesome. So shout out to Rick and Super Rattler, and appreciate him sharing this his RV with us. And we will get ready to see you guys in there. Final score prediction, Kelvin. Give you a chance. Get the score in. What do you think?
I'm going to go with 38-10.
Ooh, 38-10, huh? All right, I'm
FAMU.
going. Well, hopefully, I'm going. Ooh, I'll go 42-17. 42-17. I'm hoping that we can get over 40. I'll tweet out the last time we got the 40. I feel like it's been a while, but that's the goal. So
Bethune game.
Yeah. Who did they play?
No, when we play Bethune.
Did we get over 40?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tony's got 40-20. All right. Good deal. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the pre-show. Make sure to tune in post-game show after the game later tonight. Hopefully it won't be too late, but we'll make sure to get it in. So thanks, AD Drew, for joining us as well. And you guys be good. Enjoy the game. Rattlers, fangs up. Make sure to strike again. Tag us on your tweets and everything you do, and make sure you hashtag FAMU, hashtag fangs up during the game. All right, folks. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you.